Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alfredo Tangi, but you can just call me Willy. Honestly, I'm not going to say I'm the most educated on this entire race. Wouldn't say I'm the best public speaker at all either, but I sat in this room because I wanted to listen to what everyone was saying. I wanted to hear what the students of URI wanted to make a statement about, I guess you could say. And I also wanted to see how many people were here to listen to them. Now, if you're a professor, I'd like you to please raise your hand. Okay, yeah! I really appreciate all the professors coming because just that action itself makes a statement. It shows that you're interested in listening to what we have to say, listening to what our worries are and what our cares are about. If you're an undergraduate student or a graduate student, please raise your hand. I also appreciate all of you guys for coming because you guys are not here to let these professors know what it is that you guys want to say. And throughout a lot of the speeches, I've heard a lot about, go and confront, go and say what you think, go and say this, and go and say that, and that is very important. And I feel like that's a big thing in communication that we learn here in America. I've traveled a lot in the world. I lived a year in Japan last year, for those who don't know. And a big thing that they actually practice is nonverbal communication, where what you're really focusing on is listening to what someone else has to say. Now, I understand that it is infuriating and it is very upsetting to hear, and see that people in our country, a lot of us might have thought that we've been progressing and we've been having this more open mind to people of color, people who may seem different or weird because they may be of a different race or a different culture, or they may be homosexual, or they might be from the LGBTQ community. And to see that our president, who pretty much denies all of that, was supported via the actions of the American people. And I know that there's a lot of votes for Donald Trump, and a lot of that seems that they've, honestly, their action supports what he pretty much is standing for, and that is infuriating. But there's also a good thing to think about when you have these conversations with them, is try to listen to why. Why do they think that way? Why is it like that? If you don't always know what you don't know if you never knew it didn't exist. It's a very complicated sentence, but if you were raised in a house where your parents taught you that your life is more valuable than someone else's, than the person next to you, and you've acted that way for 21 years, and then someone comes up to you the next day telling you that's not correct, it's very hard to make that transition into change. However, this movement here is something that's very important because here at the University of Rhode Island, it is our duty, I think, as students and as professors to stand together and to show that at this university, that's not what we approve of. And as a lot of people have said, tell your RAs, let people know that if you're being discriminated against, or that something awful is happening to you, let people know. Because that's going to make change. Decide how far you want your range to be, and allow your individual effort to make change in people, and to allow people to listen and to open up their minds. But listen to what they have to say too, and try to understand where it comes from, because it is sad and unfortunate that some people were either raised that way or to think that way. And if they want to live their lives like that in America, people have been given the opportunity to do that, because technically, I don't know, America stands for people to be individuals and do what they want to do. But we also can do what we want to do. And that means we can also make change. So really look at yourself and reflect and see how much you want to create impact. Thank you very much.